I'm in Huntington, and if you're familiar with Long Island, Huntington is a real, in my opinion, upscale village. There's a lot of money around here. Beautiful Victorian homes, and it takes a lot of work to keep these homes with their original, I guess, craftsmanship, their original wood, and they're just so pretty. In the Delivered app, somebody on Delivered's end, whoever is submitting the data, entered the wrong address. They entered the number of the house, but they entered Central Parkway. I was, a couple of minutes away. I said, I have a feeling somebody on the other end, they're sending me to a residential area. The homes are beautiful. I mean, it's gorgeous here. You get it. It's so pretty. I go, yeah, that's what I thought. I pull up. I go, oh my God, this isn't it. So I walk up to the door. I back off. I'm on this gorgeous, beautiful porch that's almost the entire house. You just have that smell of original everything. It's just so pretty. And I backed up, and a woman answered the door. She's like, can I help you? And I'm like, I don't see a number, and I'm looking for an address. And I tell her. She was like, go that way and go left. It's confusing. I know it's confusing. The GPS don't always read the roads. She knew enough. And I went, oh, thank you so much. I will do that. Thank you for your help. And now I get down the steps. She goes, wait a minute. My husband wants to talk to you. They both come out. And I'm like, yeah. He was like, can you tell me the address you're looking for? So I told him it was, I read it to him. And he goes, there's a central street in the heart of the village. I said, I'm looking for a doctor's office. So, I got here. This was a $50 payout, and it ended up paying $66 because when Ease Cater called me, I just got into the office, the back room, and I said, I apologize. I was sent to the wrong address. She goes, we're still in the middle of procedures. No worries. And she kind of closed the door, and she left me in their little room. It's a little different here. Very mellow, quiet. So I'm setting it up, and Ease Cater calls me, Easy Cater. And I tell him, I'm in the office now. I did send Delivered screenshots of what they input into the app, and I ended up typing in the doctor's name, and the address popped up. That's what happened after the couple helped me when I got to my car. So let me type that in then, since that man told me it's probably Central Street, not Central Parkway. Because obviously I was standing on their property. I was on their porch, So it is Central Street. He helped me. So I sent Delivered the information because, you get more money. Now, that happened twice to me. In Valley Stream, both times. Wrong address was input. Well, I had to figure it out. When I first reached out to Delivered, before Ease Cater called me when I was in the office, I'll show you the text. They said to me, well, did you call the client? Did you call the customer? You know what? You should have looked that up. You should have been eager, more than eager, to help me, to help the driver that's in the field looking for the address. Instead of telling the driver, well, did you do our job? Even though we're sitting at a desk, that's how I feel. That's how I feel that should have went down. They should have taken more initiative to go, we got a driver out there. We're sending them to the wrong address, and they have a catering size order of food in their car. We got to get them to the drop off, to the location. Let's bring this to an end. They expected me to do their job. I reached out to you. I pull over. Now I'm trying to figure out, and I did figure it out on my own because of the help of the couple And the way they came around, she goes, my husband wants to talk to you. And I was like, well, I will call now. And they both chuckled. They said, oh, no problem, no problem. But he helped me. I figured it out. But I made sure before I drove away, I delivered that information. Because it takes time for them to respond. And their first response was, did you call the customer? No, they're in the middle of doing procedures in this little office. It's that type of setting here. There was a receptionist at the desk. She didn't know what I was there for. But the woman that came out from the back room, somebody had Eastcater told me they contacted the customer. And the customer knows that, you're now there. I said, I know, I'm in their office. The customer thought, I was still in the parking lot. Nobody's listening to anybody. And I was very quiet. I was like, yes, I'm in the office now. Yes, I'm breaking down the food now. Yes. And he says, well, we'll let the customer know that you're there now. I'm like, they know. The customer knows. I'm in their lunchroom. And they were like, okay, thank you very much. And then the notifications started coming in. Here's an extra $15. And then I got a little wait time pay because it took a few minutes to get the food out of the restaurant. It just, I mean, the business model on paper sounds great. Like, wow, you can have a lot of people out there earning a lot of money, earning us hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe billions. Not if it works like this. I mean, I upload videos pretty often telling you all the crap that goes on in the field with these gig apps. I'm not just picking on Delivered Now. I'm not just picking on Easycater. I did an example of using the Roadie app and how CVS staff was like, well, that's the way it is. We don't care if there's numbers missing. I mean, there was a fight on the line. Giving us invalid information and thinking that we can deliver the stuff. Home Depot, sometimes it's over there. And sometimes, nope, don't you go there. We're told that we need to help you. Well, because you have nothing to do now. But when you're busy, you don't care that I'm walking up grabbing a bag. I'm taking a picture. I'm telling the app I got the right stuff. Like I said, it always, if it fits someone's narrative for the moment, in the moment. Okay, I'll show you some screenshots. I did add some images throughout the video showing you parts of the conversation. What kicked it off originally, I write, hello, I'm in the process of delivering. The GPS brought me to wrong location. I'm trying to figure out where the drop-off is. I included a screenshot including the information because I didn't want to talk back and forth. Oh, is it this order number? Oh, is it this order from, picking up from this restaurant and delivering to this? I didn't want to go through all of that. Then, of course, AI kicks in. Hi there, we'll be right with you. I get it. AI used for the right reasons is great. Then AI kicks in again. It looks like you haven't delivered the order yet. Yeah, you're right, I haven't. And then they wrote, hi, Michelle, this is Carlos. Thank you for letting us know about the Guac Shop Mexican Grill. Did you call the customer for more details? Now, what bothers me about this is I would have done someone else's job by figuring it out, which I did, but I also wanted it on file. I'm correcting someone else's mistake. I'm the one in the field. I'm the one who has to work more. I'm the one who has to drive more miles. So why should I not receive more pay? Now, if I had called the customer and actually got through and figured it out by calling them, if I didn't submit, if Easycater did not call me, I believe I wouldn't have gotten that extra money. Because if someone can get away with something, paying you less, they're going to do it. And the job still gets done. And I feel I gave a good impression. The woman really liked me. She kind of closed the door. She left me alone. I unwrapped. Oh, I'll show you all of that. I unwrapped. Anyway. So why should I earn less? I would have spent, and I did, more time, more energy correcting someone else's mistake. Things happen, but at least pay me for my time. I wouldn't have gotten that $15 if everything was on the hushy hush. Oh, she called, she figured it out on herself. Nobody sent any screenshots. You know, if Easy Cater did not call me while I was in that room, because I just said very quietly, and I did, I was like, I was being quiet. I did send delivered 2 screenshots showing that the address is wrong. They're aware of it. And in less than 30 seconds, they were sending me that notification that they was paying me $15 more. But if I didn't send that and didn't follow through with the way I followed through, I would have gotten no extra pay. I would have never gotten that $15. I don't expect people to pay for my mistakes. I never did. I've never been one of those people going, welcome to my world. No, never. Never. Come on, guys. So if that ever happens to you in the field and you're working for these scheduled delivery apps, you make it clear that you don't mind doing your job. You're already in it. And what are you going to do, take the food? No, you want to get it to its destination. Make sure that you get paid for spending the extra energy and time doing someone else's job. That alone should give you a bonus. Because if the task of picking up and delivering a small size catering order becomes so much more than it should be, you deserve more money. Especially when you're driving miles. I went out of my way today, and it's because I turned off my availability for the weekend, and I knew from a beta tester that they had orders for tomorrow, and I said, no, I'm just going to go out tomorrow night. I have things to do. I have things to work on. I'm working on other things, and I am gradually slicing my hours down. Or I will continue to stay a full-time delivery driver, which I don't want. So I hope you hear me loud and clear.